Now today's video is on how to repair a divot correctly. Now collectively we believe that regardless of the time of year, that it's a three-part process in maximising growth in repairing and replacing a divot. So the first part is to find and replace the divot. The second part to the process is to do a little bit of gardening. We want you to, with your club head, we want you to knock that divot in. Then the third part is obviously to replace the sand. Now the misconception is that the mowers will pick these divots up, where in fact on most cases the mowers will roll over and roll it in. The other misconception is by taking a great big divot and then just piling a big hunk of sand in it is going to do the ground or your golfers any favours at all. The other problem with that is your fellow golfer's ball comes up and rolls into that great big pile of sand, completely disadvantaged for that next shot. Okay, so we've taken a nice neat fillet with a wedge here. The first thing I want you to do is go and find the remains of that fillet, that divot that you've taken out. Now it's not always going to be a perfect piece of grass. So what we're going to do is go find that divot, and we're going to do a little bit of gardening, and we're going to try and replace this as best we can into the divot like this. We're going to do a little bit of gardening, as I said, and we're going to knock this divot in. We're going to do a little bit of gardening on the outside, and we're going to make sure that this divot gets kneaded in as best we can. From there, we're going to use a minimum amount of sand. Now, as you can see, the mowers are not going to pick that up. The mowers are going to go straight over the top of that. They're going to cut that grass nicely. There's not enough sand there to bother the mower blades. As we know, too much sand in those piles of those divots can blunten the mower blades. And if we have somebody's ball come into the middle of it, they're not super disadvantaged. You can still play a shot from there. So we're looking after the course and we're looking after our fellow golfers. Now a lot of golfers out there come over the top and you will see these toe deep divots a lot. Now what I mean by that is that you'll find a shallower area here and a much deeper area under here, where the club has come in toe deep and left this kind of divot. Now with this type of divot, this is where the gardening comes into play. We can just knock this in. Just like that, we can apply a very, very minimum amount of sand. Just half a handful. Tap that down with our foot and we have, again, a nice playing surface, but also that's got a really good chance of kneading in, repairing, knitting together, all that good stuff. So there you have it, everyone. Just a really simple way to repair our divots and keep our golf course looking amazing. There's different variables, as I've tried to show you, with a few different toe deep divots and whether the fillet comes out correctly or whether you've got to, just do a little bit of gardening. But what we're trying to do is have that grass knitted in, have more grass that's been taken out, replaced, and then just enough sand to knit that all together, be nice and equal with the rest of the grass, the rest of the turf, so that one, the mowers can go over it and mow it correctly. It's not going to pick the divot up. But two, we're looking after our fellow golfers. So let's look after the course and each other. Well, that's it for me this week. I hope you've enjoyed this video and got a lot out of it. If you've got any questions about it, come and see me in the pro shop. I look forward to seeing everybody around the club in the near future. And I look forward to doing my next video, which is on how to rake a bunker correctly after you've used it. I'll see you in the next video.